the next couple modules, we're going to be talking about using Facebook and social media and how Amazon sellers can benefit from some different techniques and strategies you can use on these social media platforms, more specifically Facebook. So I've invited on Manuel Suarez, who's one of the foremost experts in Facebook marketing for Amazon sellers. And over the next couple modules, he's going to be sharing with you some really cool strategies. He's going to teach you some of the basics that you need to know, and then sharing with you some techniques and strategies that will help you as an Amazon seller get more sales and just truly build your brand. So welcome, Manuel. Excited to have you here. It's all yours.
Well, all right, we're ready to get started with the Facebooks for e-commerce basics module. My name is Manuel Suarez, and I'm going to be your instructor throughout this module. I'm going to give you some basics on the world of social media. I'm going to give you some basics on the world of e-commerce, which all of you guys are going to probably benefit from if you decide to implement some of this training. Who am I? I'm a marketing ninja. I am the CEO and founder of a company called AGM, which we are a marketing agency, and I'm the co-founder of a brand, which we're big on e-commerce, called Natural Slim. Big Amazon brand, big e-commerce brand, and it's a big part of my story that I've been building over the last decade or so. This year, we're gonna do $45 million just in the United States. So we have a lot to teach and we have a lot to train you on. So we're gonna be talking about social media marketing. I'm gonna be teaching you about these platforms and give you an understanding on how to get started and what things are working right now, because things are moving very fast. They're changing all the time. So you need to stay up to date with training as much as possible, but this is an up-to-date training in 2021, which is gonna probably be a while before things change, because things have been changing recently with this whole Apple, Facebook war. If you've been living above the rocks and not under them, you probably know that there's some things going on with the Apple situation in iOS 14. Well, there's a lot of changes. It's not all doom and gloom. You need to have the right information. Facebook is still the biggest opportunity out there when it comes to capturing attention. And I want to get you started talking about that. Just so you know, we're going to be recording this entire module in this studio, in this setting. I'm going to be using a combination of my desk over here and a whiteboard, which I'm going to show you in a second, to help you understand more about the things that we're doing and how you can implement some of the stuff yourself. So first, I'm going to show you about the Facebook opportunity and the Facebook demographics so you understand a little bit more about what we're dealing here in this particular environment. So I'm going to move myself now to the whiteboard. So this is our whiteboard, and we're going to be using this whiteboard throughout the entire module so you can understand better about the things that I'm teaching you and also give you the basics on how to implement them. Right now, we're looking at what Facebook calls insights inside their business manager. I'm going to be teaching you more details about the Facebook business manager, but I want to give you a little bit of data internally. When I talk about Facebook, I'm talking about the Facebook family of apps: Facebook, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp. These are all part of the Facebook world, and they all hold a lot of attention. To give you an average, an estimate of the potential audience size across the Facebook family of apps, we're looking at 250 million people just in the US alone. If you are an Amazon seller, if you're an e-commerce entrepreneur in another country, and you want to find out what your audience is on that, it's very simple to use the audience insights. This tool is available for you to use inside the Facebook Business Manager, which I'm going to detail on the next lesson. But over here, there's a section called Filter. If you click on Filter, you can go ahead and change things like country, region, city. Let's say that I want to find out what the demographic is of people using Facebook in the country of Mexico. Mexico is a growing Amazon market. So I'm going to click on that one, and I'm going to select I'm gonna go over here, get back over here. Let's see what it says now. So instead of 250 million people, Amazon Mexico has the potential audience if you want to reach people on Facebook to help you grow your brand on Amazon or in e-commerce. You got 97 million people using actively any of the Facebook family of apps. It's a lot of people. Now, let's go back to the US over here. I'm gonna filter this over here and get this out. And we now go back to 250 million people in the US. It's a lot of people, right? And we're gonna go ahead and look at some of the demographics over here in this area. The Facebook opportunity is like never before. We've never had something like this available. If you guys can understand and not take for granted the world that we live in, 20-something years ago, none of this existed. The internet world is just getting started. We have a planet that has been around for a long time. That's different schools of thought in that area, but the world of social media and the internet is just in its early stages. So the ability to press a few buttons and reach millions of people, billions of people, is not something that we've ever had before. So on the United States, we look at, on social media, 58% of people on social media, on Facebook, and the Facebook family of apps are females, 41% are men. And you can also see the demographics here. So I can assure you that whatever your product is, you're gonna find an audience in here. The dominating audience is the 35 to 44 and the 25 to 34 demographic, but they're all massive demographics, 45 to 54 and so on. You can see here specific big cities, where the most popular cities. Insights gives you data as to the potential audiences that you can find across social media. And it gives you also an understanding that you can create your own audiences. So I'm not gonna dive deeper into this right now because I wanna make sure that you guys get the basics on this particular module. There's a lot more to learn, but I want you guys to have that tool and you can access it. For example, on my pages over here, I'm gonna be using a lot the example of Natural Slim, which is my brand, so you guys can relate that particular example to your own brand. This is potential audience. This is my current audience on Natural Slim Facebook page and Instagram. I got 30,000 Facebook page likes. I got 14,000 Instagram followers, and this is my demographic. So I get to understand that most of my audience is 35 to 44 and 45 to 54. And I also get to understand that most of my audience is also women. Why would I waste money on advertising with men when they only buy 14% of my products overall? So I get to understand that. And I also look at my cities, right? Laredo, Texas, it's one of my top cities. New York is another city that is very popular. So you get to understand the overall audience of Facebook, and you also get to understand the overall audience of your own brand. And that's something that you can learn on Facebook Insights on the Business Manager. That's it for this lesson. I will see you on the next one. In this lesson, I'm going to introduce you to the Facebook Business Manager. Some of you guys might already have this set up. Some of you guys have no clue what I'm talking about. This is the hub where you do all advertising across the Facebook family of apps. So if you want to advertise on Instagram, you go here. If you want to advertise on Facebook, you go here. If you have a ManyChat account and you want to generate leads with ManyChat for Instagram DM subscribers or Messenger subscribers and so on, you go here. This is your marketing hub, and it's something that Facebook has invested a lot of energy, so you can actually utilize and take advantage of that platform. The way you get to it, you go to business.facebook.com. It's going to require that you have your own Facebook profile connected to it. You need to have a Facebook profile in order to create one, but obviously if you guys are marketers, if you are business owners, e-commerce entrepreneurs, chances are you already have a Facebook profile. So you use that to set that up, but it's gonna become your business hub for you to be able to add people, to give permissions, to assign roles, to make ad accounts, to create all the advertising across social media. And these platforms, you're gonna set it up all over here. So it's a pretty big platform. It's a very, very sophisticated system for you to be able to control all your advertising in one single place. But I'm gonna give you the basics on this particular session so you understand how to move around on this platform. So if you look out over here, this is basically where if I go to business.facebook.com, how did I get to this particular page right here? Well, I went there, I selected the Business Manager, and then I went to something called Business Settings. When I click on Business Settings, it opens up that window right there that we were at right now, in which I get to see all the people. Obviously, I have a marketing agency. I have close to 100 employees at this point. We have a lot of clients. We do a lot of marketing. We spend millions of dollars on advertising consistently. So I have a lot of people on this particular Business Manager. This is like a very, very important place of our operation. So over here, I have people, I have partners. The ones that are partners are people that have somehow that I have made our clients, or we use their software. We have a ton of these people that are our clients and our partners over the years accumulated in this particular Business Manager. System users, Pages, that's exactly what it is. You can add your pages into your business manager. For example, if you have 2 brands, both brands go in here. If you have 1 brand, you can have 1 business manager with 1 page, and you can have a couple of employees, or you can have 1 employee. You add everything in that particular business manager. This is an initial setup that you have to have in place in order to get marketing done. During this module, you will learn later on how to create a strategy, how to create a campaign, how to get going on social media with social media marketing. But the setups need to be in place. There's something called an ad account. An ad account is what I recommend always to people as they ask me, is like 1 business manager. You can have several ad accounts, but the way that it works with Facebook is that you got to start with 1 ad account. You got to start investing some advertising, and then Facebook will allow you to open up more ad accounts. So if you have more than 1 brand, every single brand should have its own ad account. And that way you don't mix advertising budgets, you don't mix other things and other assets that should belong at the individual brand level. You can see here we have ad accounts, we have business asset groups, Instagram accounts, all of it gets connected. So if you have a Facebook page and you also have an Instagram profile for that same brand, you can connect it all in here, and that way you can advertise to both sides of the Facebook world. Even WhatsApp accounts are right now becoming a big deal, that you can actually start generating some leads. If you guys live in the outside of the United States, WhatsApp is a very important part, and it's a great opportunity for marketing to generate leads, prospects, and sales down the line. So the business manager, there's a lot of things on it, but if you click on what we call the hamburger menu, which is in the top right over here, top left, when you click on that one, it's going to give you a bunch of options here. The basics are Ads Manager. That's where you're going to run advertising. You're going to click on Ads Manager, you're going to select 1 ad account, and you're going to run advertising for 1 particular brand. You have audiences. If you want to find out what are the audiences, which we're going to talk about in a little bit later on during this training, you want to select audiences, like who is your video watchers, your website visitors, your leads, your customers, etc. You go to that section right there, Insights. On the first lesson, the one just before this, I went over insights. That's where you access those insights right there that we went over. And you can see a lot of other things along the way. So my recommendation to you right now is that if you want to spend some time doing this, so just so you can actually get a little bit of a feel of what the business manager is, go ahead and get it set up. Go to business.facebook.com, click around, and understand every single element of the business manager as much as possible before you move on with this module, so you can get a little bit more comprehension about what we're going to be talking about throughout the training. All right? I'll see you in the next lesson. All right, so let's keep going. Now we're going to get a little bit more practical. So I hope that by now you understand a little bit of the basics of the Facebook Business Manager, so you know how to move around on the platform. We're in the same spot that we left last time. I'm going to show you now in this particular lesson how to select a campaign objective on Facebook. And what are campaign objectives? If you are on the settings of the Business Manager, like I showed you on the last lesson, there's an option here called Ads Manager. Once you click on that one, it's going to open up your ad accounts. Like I explained, every single brand should have its own ad account. Initially, Facebook is going to give you the ability to select 1 ad account at a time. You can only create 1 ad account, invest some advertising, and then add some more along the way. Well, for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and select, I have my ad accounts over here pulled up. I have this one over here. This is the Daymond John one that we were running shortly ago, a little while ago. And I'm going to go ahead and select, let me go and look for our Natural Slim ad account. We have a lot of them. We have hundreds of ad accounts at this point, and all of it in the same Facebook Business Manager. So you can see we can have everything in the same place. So now we have the Natural Slim USA account, which is my brand that we run over here. You can see we have a lot of active things over here. How do we get started? Well, on the left, you're going to see that there's an option here, which is always going to be on green, which says Create. All I got to do is click on that button right there. Let me zoom out again. And this is the first thing that you got to do before you get anything else done. Later on, I'm going to show you how to plan for a campaign. but I want to start giving you these basics so you start getting a feel for the process of creating a campaign on social media. If you want to start, the first thing that you got to do is select a campaign objective. Over here, there are always, it's been the same for a long time. Many things have changed on social media, but this has remained pretty consistent. There are basically 3 columns over here. The first one is called awareness, the second one is consideration, and the third one is conversion. Facebook's thought process is, you got to get people to become aware first of who you are before you ask them to maybe consider your brand, give you their information, give you their email, their phone number, establish a closer relationship with you before you get these people to buy something from you. That's what they consider to be that sequence of events. The first option is brand awareness and reach. Those are the first things that you can actually create as a campaign objective. They're not looking to generate sales. They are looking to get awareness for your brand. So for example, running videos, promoting individual concepts of value, and a lot of things that what I like to call the Coca-Cola effect, the Pampers effect, the Kleenex effects, all these products that have been around for generations that people know what they are and they are synonym. For example, Coca-Cola is equal to soda. Pampers is equal to diapers. Kleenex is equal to tissue. Why? A lot of branding, a lot of awareness, a lot of reach. Simple as that. Now, e-commerce wise, what do we care about the most? Well, we care about consideration. We care about conversions. So these objectives over here are going to be where we're going to live most of the time. Generally, I can tell you where I spend most of my energy, most of my advertising is generating leads, getting messages on my ManyChat account, getting a lot of video views for my content. These are my areas of concentration, because what you might not know is that as people engage with your content, you are actually capturing a digital footprint, and you can continue to have conversations with people beyond them just watching a video, and you can do what we call retargeting, remarketing, right? So consideration is the way that a lot of us start. We promote a blog post, or we ask for engagement on a post and have them engage and connect with our brand and our content. We get videos seen by people, like a video that you made that you're super proud of that tells the benefits of your product. You can actually run it as a video views campaign. Yes, of course, with links. If you want to send them to Amazon, if you want to send them to your website, those are all things that could be done here. Lead generation is literally that, getting identities, phone numbers, and emails. Messages is you can connect your ManyChat account, which is my favorite, which is something that some of you guys have heard about, or a lot of you guys have heard about. This is the way that you actually generate a lot of leads into Facebook Messenger or into Instagram direct messages, which has recently been rolled out. And you can get an explosion of leads that are going to help you become your customers down the line, make a lot of customers on the line. Conversion is exactly that. It's getting people to accomplish a particular thing that you're looking for, whether that's a lead or whether that's a purchase or an add to cart. All those things are conversion events that could happen. And that's an objective that you can generate. If you guys have a Shopify site, if you have an e-commerce site, you can use conversions to try to get people to buy your stuff. The thing to keep in mind about objectives is that you have to choose one. Why? Because you have to tell Facebook what it is that you're trying to accomplish. Facebook needs to give you results. If they give you results, what happens? They get more money. If they get more money, what happens? They grow, because they are a public corporation. They are not a nonprofit organization. They need to get more of your money. All right. So they need to give you results. They really are your marketing partners, and you got to communicate with them. So the next thing that you got to do is you got to select an objective. So in this case, if I want to get video views, because I want to get my video seen by people, I select the video views objective. And that's the first step on getting a campaign started with Facebook advertising. All right. Go ahead and click around, check it out yourself, and I'll see you on the next lesson. Okay, so in this lesson, you're gonna learn about the audiences on Facebook. This is a very, very important subject. I have talked about this many, many times before, but the one thing that I want to explain here is that the best creatives in the world will perform terribly in front of the wrong people. If you have incredible content, but you're targeting people that are not potentially interested, let's say, for example, you have a beard balm and you want to sell your beard balm to men or people that have beards, they take care of their beards, right? Well, if you're targeting only teenagers or 21-year-old kids that don't have a beard or don't have a husband with a beard, you're not going to sell a single one. It doesn't matter how great your content is, nobody's going to pay attention. So you cannot overestimate the importance of having the right audiences in front of your messages. So there are 3 types of audiences on Facebook. So once you click on your objective and you say, for example, you want to get video views, you want to get traffic, you want to get messages, whatever the case may be, this is the next thing that you see on your process. You're going to over here select the campaign. This is your campaign name. And then you're going to select your budget, which let's say it could be $100 a day, it could be $10 a day, it could be $5 a day, or it could be $1,000 a day, or you can have a lifetime budget if you have a set, for example, a 4th of July weekend offer, or you have a Black Friday offer. It could be a lifetime just for the Black Friday week or for that particular weekend over there, right? So those are things that you can set up over here along the way. If I go to next, on this next step over here, I'm gonna select my audience. And this is one of the most crucial elements. Most people fail with social media marketing because they don't know how to find the correct audience. What did I show you at the beginning? You got hundreds of millions of people just in the US. You got billions of people in the Facebook family of apps worldwide. Most people are not going to be interested in your content. So you got to know how to communicate to the right people. So let me show you the basics of audience targeting. It's important for you guys to understand what these audiences are all about. There are 3 audiences on Facebook. That's it. Always going to be the same thing. And let me explain to you very briefly what each one is so you get a little bit more of a comprehension on this particular area. The first one, again, all of them are important. The first one is called core audience. Core audience right here, this one is basically Facebook's data, Facebook's information. What people are interested in, what they like, what they don't like, their demographics, their location, relationship statuses, and their activity outside of Facebook that they can track. All of that is Facebook's core data. They use that data to give you guys a more qualified audience. Because if you have that data and you use that data, you're going to probably be put in front of people that are more qualified to buy your products and services. So this is a very big world of Facebook data. This is what has made Facebook what they are today. The second audience is what they call custom audiences. And that's also a humongous audience right there because it can be quite massive. I have campaigns any given day focus on custom audiences, and also I have campaigns every day focused on core audiences. Core audiences helps me find new people, new prospects, people that might be interested in buying my products. Custom audiences helps me keep on nurturing people and creating repeat revenue. Quite different, right? What are custom audiences? Video watchers, people that are consuming your content on Facebook or Instagram, people that have visited your website, your email list, your customers, people that have purchased your products in the past, people that visited listings that you have. Any piece of information that you have accumulated over the years with your activities on marketing is what your custom audience is built on. So some of that data does expire. For example, if somebody watches a video on Facebook 364 days ago, tomorrow you're not going to be able to have that relationship there anymore. There's a limit to some of that piece of information, especially if it's hosted on Facebook or if it's hosted on your website. If somebody visits your website and you have a Facebook code installed on your website, well, as long as they don't have the iOS opt-out, which we're going to talk about later on, you can track that person's visit for a whole 180 days. After 180 days, you're blind. You cannot see that that person visited you in the past. But those are pieces of information, digital footprints that you can track, which is what we call a custom audience. And last but not least, you have what we call lookalike audiences. Facebook calls it lookalikes. They have been using for years this system that is going to help you find what? New audiences. Why? Because what they do is that they take your custom audience, let's say a custom audience of video watchers, of website visitors, of purchasers, of customers, etc. And they help you find an audience that has 6 common traits with your custom audience. How cool is that? And that could be in the millions of people. Sometimes you can actually have Facebook give them a list of 1,000 customers, and they can give you a lookalike audience of 1 million or 2 million in the US that have 6 common traits to your customers that you have given to them already. So these are the 3 basic audiences on Facebook: core, custom, lookalikes. And when you are here on the Facebook Business Manager and you are selecting an audience, you're gonna select either a custom audience. You can search for an existing audience that you made. For example, we have purchased in the last 180 days. We have, they did a mini course. We have emails. We have Shopify purchasers. We have people that purchase a particular product, success stories. They purchase a kit. These are your custom audiences. Or you can go back over here and you can select a specific audience based on interest. Over here, there's gonna be a section here that you're gonna be able to create not only a custom audience, but you can do, like, for example, a saved audience that you created on the insights section. Remember what I went over on the first lesson? You have the ability to search for people on insights that are gonna, you can target people that are interested in dogs, people that are interested in weight loss, people that are interested in energy, in metabolism, in the ketogenic diet, people that are interested in finances. It doesn't matter what that is. You can create those audiences, you can save them, and you can use them in your targeting at this level. So as you guys can see, we already created an objective. Now we're creating an audience, whether that's a custom audience, a lookalike audience, or a core audience, and we can then move on to the next step, all right? So go ahead and check it out, click around. Again, if you're getting a little bit lost, just go find some data and click around before you move on to the next one, and then we'll continue moving your skill forward. See you guys on the next lesson. Okay, so the final step. So just to recap, we selected an objective. We decided we wanted to get video views. We then selected an audience. In our case, we are selecting over here that I am pushing videos out there and I'm getting content seen by the world. We have great content. So I selected that my audience to target is what we call our video viewers. In this case, we're targeting our 25% video viewers, people that have watched at least 25% of videos that I selected. So I'm gonna select 365 days, all 25% video viewers. So anybody that has seen at least 25% in the last 365 days in the United States, and our age ranges is pretty wide. Why? Because we're looking for video watchers, so people that already have shown interest in watching the content. And we want females. Why do we want females? Because as you guys saw, initially I told you that our audience is weight loss interested people that want to take care of their health, and that's not generally going to be men. It's traditionally going to be the women that are interested in health, so I'm targeting the female demographics. Once we have that, now we go into the final stage. And what is that final stage? We now have to create creatives. We now have to select assets that we want to use to get people to see that particular content. So what we do is that we go and select over here at the bottom. Once we have all that selected, we're going to go and select the last option over here, which is going to be, once we have that selected, we're going to go over here to the bottom and we're going to select, you can see here on the bottom, it says next. Once we go to next, now we have over here the creative side of things. So what are we doing over here? We're selecting the Facebook page Natural Slim, we're selecting the Instagram account Natural Slim USA, and now we got to create an ad. Let me show you some examples of the types of ads that you can create on Facebook so you get an idea of the variations of creatives that you can use on the platform. I'm going to change over here to this window over here, and let me show you all about this. So, different creatives that you can use across Facebook family of apps. This over here is an example of what we call a carousel ad. It's the same cost for more real estate. Over here, I selected 1, 2, 3, 4 images to communicate what's a special a program that we have called the personal program, which is more of a comprehensive program to take people step by step to handle a particular area. So we do the copy and we do the carousel ad. So if you look at every single ad, they have the same elements. They have what they call text, which is above the image or video. They have the graphics, which could be a single image. It could be a carousel, which is a series of images or a series of videos, or it could be a video by itself. And then you have the call to action and what Facebook calls the headline. This thing right here, they call that the headline. Don't try to understand it because that's in Spanish. I'm going to give you some more examples. Here's another example. This is me promoting free training, lead generation. It's a carousel ad right here. Copy, images, and the call to action. This is over here, one of our clients. He's been a client of mine for many years. He's known as the Keto King, millions of subscribers across YouTube and social media, over 5.5 million subscribers at this point on YouTube right now. But we promote individual products like that. This is the carousel ad, and we send people to our shop. This is another example of Dr. Berg's content. We have a video ad over here. So if you have some copy, very simple. If you'd like to expand your knowledge of a healthy ketogenic diet while helping others at the same time, check out my Keto Coach certification program. So that one is promoting training. This one over here is promoting e-commerce. This is basically a flash sale. On this side, you can see 24-hour flash sale, 25% off. Struggling to eat enough leafy greens on your keto journey, a lack of enough nutrient-rich vegetables may cause low energy, foggy thinking, and run-down feelings. So I have copy, I have video, I have a call to action, and I have the headline right there, which says, try my new Dr. Berg's Veggie Solution. Please notice that we like to use emojis. In this particular example, we like to guide people towards our call to action, and that's something that you can utilize on the social media platforms quite effectively. So a couple more examples over here. You can see this is a regular brands that don't have a personal brand by itself, and we like to promote individual videos. For example, something that you can do on social media quite well is that you can run testimonial videos, unboxing videos, you can run customer review videos. All those things are quite effective, and you can easily grab your Amazon reviews and turn them into scripted videos and just add a voiceover and run them on social media to get more attention towards your shop, towards your Amazon listings, and get some traffic. Hey, let me tell you one thing, one little secret. If you're an Amazon seller, Amazon loves traffic from outside sources. So if you get people from Facebook and Instagram to visit your store and buy your products, Amazon will reward you with some juicy ranking along the way. That's something that you want to get set up over time. So these are the assets that you can use on social media. I'm going to go ahead and quickly jump over here back to the other platform. So going back to the business manager and the ad creation process, you are going to have a few options here. So as I explained, you now have an idea of the different creatives that you can make. We have a Facebook page selected, we have an Instagram account selected, and over here, there's the ad setup section. Just to not overcomplicate this, you're going to learn a little bit more about this on the next module, but over here you can see how we can use an existing post, and when I select that option, whatever you have posted on your Facebook page, or on your Instagram profile, you're gonna have the ability to now select that post by clicking over here and select one of the posts that you have on the Facebook page. For example, this one is the personal program post. I can go ahead and select this one, go to continue, and look at how it brings in the post. The entire post is now right here. So I am promoting this guy right here is my dad. I am promoting the personal program now, and I can see here how it's gonna look on the different placements. This is gonna look on the feed, on the Facebook news feed. This is gonna look on the Instagram feed. This is how it's gonna look on the Facebook Marketplace. This is gonna look like that on the Facebook video feed, or on the Instagram Explorer, and so on and so on. Facebook has a lot of placements. So I can already use things that I'm posting on my Facebook page or on my Instagram profile and just simply click on that post right there. And now I can create an advertising campaign with that particular post that was already selected. Not only that, I can select and add a call to action. I can select an individual link. Or over here, for example, you can see that the shop now option is this particular page right here. I can create that one. I can add captions. And now by simply doing that, I can go over here at the bottom and I have a post created. I have an entire campaign. This is the campaign over here. You can see here that the video is playing from the one that I pasted. I selected an objective. I selected an audience. I selected a post. And now all I gotta do is click on publish. And this thing is going to be sent for approval to the world of social media. So that completes the basics that I wanted to give you guys as a first step. On the next module, we're gonna spend at most another half an hour talking about strategy for e-commerce and giving you guys more specifics on how to plan a campaign from start and how to create your own advertising monster for you to be able to get more attention for your brand. Hope that you guys liked it so far. Stay tuned. Go ahead and click around and I will see you guys in the next module.